Hello everyone, welcome again. In this Python for Testers tutorial, we are going to learn about the strings in Python. So strings are very important data type to understand in Python because we'll be using strings a lot into Selenium automation. So we'll be having different scenarios where we'll be getting the data, we'll be manipulating the strings as required as part of the Selenium automation. Not only Selenium automation, string understanding is in general very important in any programming language because this is the basic of the programming language. So in Python, we'll understand what exactly are strings, and then very important key methods that will be required most of the time we'll understand in the next tutorial about the strings. So quickly, I'll create a file, string file. Let me quickly create a new Python file and I'll name it as strings in Python. All right. And the simplest form of a string or defining a string in Python is pretty easy. So usually we have understood about the variables already. So if you use a double quote, so something like this, and whatever you write in between. So for example, this is a string, right? So this is how the string will be written in Python. So either in the double quotes or single quotes. So even in the single quotes, so this is a string in single quotes, right? So this is how you define string. Okay. Now if I assign this to, say for example, I'll assign this to a variable X, the first string, and then second string, I'll assign this to a variable Y. Okay. I can simply print these. So I can print X and then I will print Y. So this is the simplest declaration of string variable and assigning the string to these variables. So if I run this, you will see these strings got printed. So it doesn't matter whether you use double quotes or you use single quotes, you can use either of these. Okay. The other important thing to remember about the string is that string is the arrays in Python. So usually it is a sequence of characters. So you can say this particular T is at the index 0. So usually array starts within the index 0 and then proceeds further. So T is at index 0, H is at index 1 and further, right? So we can manipulate the strings, or we can get the content or characters of the string by manipulating or using the index feature to get the details. So say for example, if I want to print this first T or H, so for example, for this X variable, I want to print just H. So H is at the location 1, right? So in array starts with 0 and then it progresses 1. So the H is at 1. So if I simply say 1 here, it will print H in the first case. So if I run this now, you will see that only H is printed, and that's how we prove that strings are arrays in Python. So we can manipulate strings the same way we manipulate the arrays in Python, right? So that's the important thing. The next important thing about is, say for example, within the string, so this is the single quote, and I want to specify this particular, if say for example, I want to specify this string in between, right? So can this work? So string within string, right? So this is the outer and this is the inner string. So in this particular case, I'm using single quotes for both. And you can see that as soon as I use single quotes within the string, it started throwing error. So if I will run it, you will see that it gave the syntax, invalid syntax, right? So in this particular case, there are multiple ways to handle this sort of single quotes within single quotes or double quotes within double quotes, right? So I can't use something like this. So in this particular case, it will throw error as well. But there is a way. So within double quotes, I can use single quotes. Okay. So I can say something like this. And within single quotes, I can use double quotes. So in this particular case, how this treats is this looks for single quote where exactly that single quote is ending. So single quote is ending after the quotes, and within that it will treat this string as a separate string and will be part of this particular whole string. Similarly, this double quote is ending here. So whatever it is in between, if it is a single quote, it will be perfectly fine. So there won't be any syntax error. So now if I run it, you will see that these single quotes in the first instance are printed and double quotes in the second instance are printed. Okay. So there is other way to do that. So say for example, you just want to use single quotes within single quotes. So there is an escape character as well that you can use, and the backslash is the escape character that you can use. So what this backslash does, it escapes this particular character, the single quotes, right? So if you want to use single quotes within single quotes for a string, you can do that. You can do that with the escape characters, and if you run this, it will run perfectly fine, and you can see single quotes got printed, right? So these are some of the key things about the string and how to use strings, how to define or declare strings and assign it to a variable. Okay, pretty simple, nothing complex. And we have also understood about that the strings are arrays, and you can get the values of the string by just providing the index. So for example, if for example for y I want the value or the character at the 5th index, I simply provide the 5th index. So I provide the index within these square brackets and run it, and it will print whatever character is there at the 5th index, right? So 0, 1, 2, 3, and this space is also one of the character. So 4 and 5th is I, right? So I got printed here. Okay, so that's how you define string and you print the string. The other important thing about string is the multi-line string. So these are the single lines. So these strings are defined in a single line. Now, say for example, I want to define strings in multi-line. So as we have understood that triple quotes, right? So I can use triple quotes. So we understood this, that we can use triple quotes to define multi-line comments, right? With strings, you can use triple quotes as well. So to define multi-line strings, you use triple quotes. And if you do not assign that string to a variable, that becomes a comment, or it's basically ignored. Okay. But if I say assign this particular string, whatever we define within this 3 quotes here, this is, and then we say multi-line comment. Okay. So if we define a string like this and assign it to a variable, then that's a multi-line string. If you do not assign it to a variable, then that is considered as a multi-line comment. Now, by default within Python, there is no option to define multi-line comments, and we can use strings to define multi-line comments, right? So that's we have understood in the initial comment section. So in the multi-line string, we simply assign the multi-line string in the triple quotes or single triple quotes, right? So we can also define like this, or a multi-line string. So this is also a multi-line string. Okay, and I can assign it to, say for example, other variable C. Okay, so I can print these multi-line strings as well. Now I will simply say Z here and then C here. Okay, so now if I run this, you can see multi-line strings got printed. So this is multi-line comment, sorry, this is multi-line string, not comment. Let me change it, string, right? If I don't assign this string to any variable, this becomes multi-line comment. That's a workaround in Python. All right. So this is how you define the multi-line with single quotes, 3 single quotes, or 3 double quotes. Okay, triple double quotes. The other important thing is around the membership. So we have understood about the membership operators. Now with the strings, if I want to see whether a particular word or the character is part of that string, we can use the membership operators to find that. So if, say for example, this is our string, and if I say print, and in the print if I say this particular, say for example, is, okay, I want to see whether this word is in this string C. Okay, so if I want to see whether this particular word is within this string, I can simply use the membership operator in and check whether is part of this particular string, and this will evaluate to Boolean whether true or false, and it will print if this particular word is present. It will print true, it will print false if it is not. So let me run, and here you can see that it has printed true because this is present in this particular string. So if I'll change it to some other word which is not in the string, then it will print false. So you can see false has been printed, right? So let me comment out these lines here so that we can see only true and false being printed. So you can see the false got printed. All right. So that is about the strings and how you can use the membership operators to basically find the details that you're looking for within the string. So pretty important, pretty simple concept, but very important to understand how you will define the string, how you will assign the string to the variable, how you work on the string, multi-line string, escape characters, and then membership operators, and then also how you can figure out the values or the characters within the string using the index, right? So this is how we do, because strings are arrays in Python, so we can use them. We can use array concept to manipulate the string as well. All right. So that's pretty much all about the basics of strings in Python. In the next tutorial, I'll cover the key methods that are available in the Python library to manipulate strings and to work with strings, which we'll be using very widely in the test automation using Selenium and Python. If you are learning Python for being a Python developer, you would want to dig deeper basically into all of the methods that are available for the strings, and I'll walk you through all of those methods, where you can find those methods and details to work with the strings in Python. So I hope this was helpful. Thank you very much for watching.